Hey guys, got some good news for you Mac fans out there. Apple just unveiled their new laptop line, which includes the MacBook and the MacBook Pro, as well as a new 24-inch LED backlit display. So this video is just going to be a brief overview of all the products. So I guess I should get started now with the overview. Okay, so this is a new MacBook here, and you probably noticed some notable changes from the previous version of the MacBook in design, and I'm also going to go over those as well as the new technical specs of the new MacBook. So let me get started with that. So one big change on the new MacBook is that it's made out of aluminum, which does two things. It makes the MacBook actually structurally stronger, as well as makes it look slightly more expensive and classy looking, like the higher end MacBook Pro. Another notable change on the new MacBooks is the display, and this new display has a 13.3-inch LED backlit display. It's still widescreen, and it has a native resolution of 1280 by 800. Another thing that you probably notice with the whole display is that it has a glass overlay, similar to the one that you see on the new MacBooks, which changes the whole design of the MacBook around, making it look a whole lot different. The new trackpad has also been redesigned. One thing is that the trackpad doubles as a button, so you'd probably notice that there's no button there, which allows for more space for your fingers to move around and to navigate through tasks and such. And another thing is it's multi-touch now on the MacBook. Before, the MacBooks were just your standard trackpad. Only the MacBook Pro and MacBook Air had a multi-touch, so now you have your multi-touch gestures on your MacBook. And the surface is now a new glass type material. It's made out of glass, but it's some sort of weird texture glass that gives you a nice smooth feeling when you're using your trackpad. The graphics card has also been updated a pretty good amount, and it's now NVIDIA GeForce 9400M graphics processor in it. And this means that when you're doing your graphic intensive things in iPhoto, iMovie, Aperture, other programs, I guess, that use a graphics card, it'll be a lot more responsive. Your laptop will be a whole lot more responsive and won't lag up. And you'll also be able to run some of these apps that need a faster graphics card. So I just wanted to throw that in. So I guess now I'll just go over some other specifications of the MacBook that aren't as important as the other big design changes. So I'll do storage now. So the 2 GHz MacBook comes standard with a 160 GB, 5400 RPM serial ATA drive. You can also get an optional 250 GB or 320 GB serial ATA drive, same RPM. Or there's also a 128 GB solid state drive option. The 2.4 GHz MacBook comes standard with a 250 GB serial ATA drive. And there's the option of the 320 GB serial ATA drive and the 128 GB solid state drive. Alright, let's see what else. Audio, there's still the built-in speakers. You still get a microphone, and there's a microphone input and there's speaker output. And now there's a support for stereo headsets with microphones in it. The other MacBooks didn't have that. You had to use a USB microphone. So that seems like a pretty good feature. What else? Sorry about that noise. That's my sister's aim. Connections and expansions. You still get the MagSafe port, a gigabit Ethernet port, 2 USB 2.0 ports, and a mini display port, which is, instead of putting a full DVI connection here, it's like a little adapter that goes to DVI out. And that's pretty much it on the new MacBook specs. I guess I'll move on to the MacBook Pro now. So here it is, the new MacBook Pro. As you can see, it looks very similar to the new MacBooks design-wise. So I'm not going to spend really any time going over the new design of the MacBook Pro because it's the same aluminum body, pretty much in the same display overlay that's on the MacBook. So I'm just going to go over the new specs of the MacBook Pro, because they're definitely different than the MacBook. So let's start that now. Alright, so the new display is a 15.4-inch LED backlit display, with a native resolution of 1440 by 900. I'm not sure, that might be the same display that was in the previous version of the 15.4-inch MacBook. Same resolution and everything. And I didn't see that there was a 17-inch model of the new MacBook Pro, so maybe they're just sticking to 15.4-inch for now. There's also the same glass overlay that you see on the MacBook. Like I said before, that's the same. It's also aluminum body, one-piece aluminum body that I didn't really go over. Apple designed their new laptop to be, for the most part, the whole body is designed and produced out of one piece of aluminum, which makes it a lot more solid. So it's a lot more solid feeling and probably just overall stronger. I didn't say anything. The keyboard is also new. It's the same chiclet style keys that you see on the MacBook Air. In fact, the keyboard looks almost exactly the same as a MacBook Air keyboard to me. It's probably minor changes. It's illuminated as well, so when you're in dim places it'll light up so you could type. So that's a feature I've always liked on the MacBook Pro keyboard. And this is now also transferred onto the MacBook keyboard as well. So you're going to get pretty much the same keyboard on the MacBook as on the MacBook Pro. Alright, so I'm going to have to split this video into two parts, because I don't want to get into the technical specs of the new MacBook Pro, which is probably going to take a little bit longer than this, and just have it cut out in the middle. So I'm just going to end it here. So this is going to be the end of part 1. Check for part 2 if you want to find out about the technical specs of the MacBook Pro, and as well as the new 24-inch cinema display. So thanks for watching part 1. Please check out part 2. Thanks.